What piece of technology has most improved your life?
I'd have to say the computer for the ease of information and able to get as most of an unbiased opinion as possible, as opposed from some of the older technologies.
If you could, what piece of technology would you disinvent?
The television, I think it's completely harmful to our society. It causes people to stop thinking as a whole. It's easy just to shut off and be told what to do instead of actually thinking on your own and deciding what you want to do for your own life.
What gadget or piece of technology do you waste most time with?
Do I waste most of the time with? Definitely the BlackBerry. It's for work and for my personal use, so it's probably consumes about 18 hours a day.
What piece of technology has most improved your life?
I think the internet and just being able to stay in touch with people who are far away from me. So either talking to them or sending messages to them or sharing pictures and movies. I think it's really brought. My family is all over the place, and so it's been nice to be able to keep in touch using the internet.
If you could, what piece of technology would you disinvent?
Disinvent, well, probably any warfare technology. I think we've gotten a little over our heads with regard to weapons and some of the privacy issues. I think there's cameras everywhere, and I think you have to be careful with how pervasive your cameras are and who gets to see what turns up on cameras.
What gadget or piece of technology do you waste most time with?
Do I waste most time with? It's probably the television. It's great to learn new things, but it's on more than I would probably like to admit. So television, I think, is, if I could just get rid of it, I would.
What piece of technology has most improved your life?
It's quite a typical answer, but it'll have to be the mobile phone, because I feel a lot more in contact with friends, and it's so much easier to communicate. And as a girl, you feel a lot safer being on your own. So having a mobile phone has definitely revolutionised life for me.
If you could, what piece of technology would you disinvent?
It's really useful, but I think email has actually made people a lot more lax in the way they communicate with each other. So it stops people talking directly. So I would probably monitor the use of email rather than completely disinvent it.
What gadget or piece of technology do you waste most time with?
The internet, definitely. I go on lots of social networking sites and just browsing the web all the time in the evenings, and it wastes a lot of time when you don't realise how long the time it takes up.
What piece of technology has most improved your life?
I would probably say bicycle, the bicycle. Simply because it's my means of transport for getting to work. It's much faster than the car or the bus, and it's a healthy option. It's environmentally friendly as well. So, all in all, I'd say, yeah, it's certainly improved my life.
If you could, what piece of technology would you disinvent?
That's very, very tricky, really. I think it's more not about the technology, it's more about the way in which people use pieces of technology, to be honest. There are lots of people speaking on their phones in public, that sort of thing. It's quite irritating, but it's how people are using the phone, not the actual phone itself. So, if I really had to think of something to disinvent, then I don't know, so a weapon of war, perhaps, or something like that.
What gadget or piece of technology do you waste most time with?
In the internet, definitely. The amount of time I spend Googling pointless things.